Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This video I'm going to be going over this tool F4 AI. It's basically it's sort of like Perplexity but for scholastic work or if you want to use AI to sort of summarize and extract information from papers and white papers and things like that. Um, the reviews are quite good. There's 300, almost 300 reviews. It's on a lifetime deal right now. So if you scroll to the bottom, the payment section. So if you get the license tier one, it's not too expensive. Unlimited chatbots, unlimited chatbot queries, and you can store 20 gigabytes of data within the tool, and you have 1,000 one-time API credits. So API credits refer to like GPT-4, like Claude 3 Opus or Gemini, but 1,000 is not a lot, and you probably will finish that, and it's not recurring. So the only thing is, a lot of these tools they have like a I'll make a video on Straco another time, but Straco comes with recurring monthly credits, or even Merlin, which comes with a monthly recurring credits. But with this one, it's a one-time credit. But they do leave you the option to actually bring your own key through Open Router, which connects. It's like basically a central key that connects to GPT-4 and Claude and all the other ones. So they have that access. Um, that's tier one. So I mean, if you don't think you're going to rely on their credit system, then this might be the better option for you. The one I went with was this one where there's a little bit more storage. There's a little bit more like 5,000 one-time API credits versus 1,000. You can bring your own key as well through Open Router. And they have advanced native AI models that are on the Azure servers, and advanced AI model rate limit. So I'm not 100% sure what that means exactly. And the tier three is basically just the same thing as tier two, just a little bit more. You get more credits and more rate calls, et cetera, et cetera. So just scrolling over and looking at the basic gist of what this tool is. So if you want to take, like, this is really for researchers or students or master students or PhD students who want to understand and extract information from papers that they're using to sort of for their thesis or papers, etc. And you can upload you can upload files, you can upload text files, et cetera, et cetera. And they also have access to 200 million papers directly from the tool itself. I'm not 100% sure what sort of service they use for that. So again, review literature or summarized and compare. You can compare and contrast hundreds of papers. You can analyze dense texts, and it uses the underlying AI models to extract that information. So it's really great for research. Now, I'm not a researcher, neither am I a student anymore. I've been out of school for a long time. What I think this is very useful is if anyone's used Perplexity, which is sort of a search engine, like AI search engine, where it's like you ask it any question and it takes like the top 15, 20 results and it summarizes the answers for you. It's like that, but for papers. I think where the differentiator here, I think the USP here is that you're not usually search engines have a ton of information, but they're not always vetted or checked. But I think with papers, you have usually the most modern takes, like the most recent studies that you're not going to find in general when it comes to like blog content, things like that on the search on Google or Bing. So I think this is where it's really powerful if you want to create new unique ideas, new content. Say you're not a researcher and you just want to create content, but you want to have a different spin to it. I think this is a really nice way to just extract information that you can also source in your content as well. So I think this is where it's very powerful. So let me just go take you guys to the tool here. So once you log in, you'll be on this location. So basically, it's very similar to I think Zotero, which a lot of researchers use. I don't use it myself. Zotero is a tool that is connected to a bunch, like millions of papers that you have access to, and then you can extract information. This is very similar. So on the left side here, you have the library, which is where you can upload text files, PDFs, etc., etc. And you can upload it multiple ways. You can upload the files using a URL. You can upload the file using a PDF, and you can also upload a DOI. So I didn't actually know what a DOI is until I made this video. A DOI is basically some type. It's an ID that usually it's a standard that a lot of research papers use to note that there's like a it's basically an ID. From what I understand, it's an ID that you can use that ID as like specifically for that piece of paper. It's like a standardized format, and so I'll actually show you guys how you can do that. So there's a couple files that I have myself that I'd like to upload. So just as a test, what I'm doing is I want to understand the effect of user experience on SEO or search engine optimization. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this. So this is one of those files that okay, I'm gonna upload that. So I'm gonna upload a bunch of files and I'll show you guys what that does. So it's loading here, 67%. And then there's a couple other the papers that I want to upload. So how do I find this? If you go to, there's a couple places that I'm aware of. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but if you go to scholar.google.com and you can search whatever, like, I don't know, user experience on SEO, and generally you'll find a bunch of papers. You can sort it by year and how recent it is. Generally you want to look at citations, how many times it's cited. It sort of tells you some that it's quality work. And generally what you want to do is not every single paper is going to have a DOI or a PDF download. Sometimes you have to buy them, but for example, let's go to like this the third one here. If you go to that one, you can scroll down and usually they'll have a DOI somewhere. So here you can see there's a DOI right here. It's this number right here. So I have a couple that I wanted to already look at. So let's take this one, for example. So this the DOI. I'm just going to copy the DOI here. And then I'm going to go back into Afforai and upload the DOI. So press space or enter to confirm an ID. And then, okay. And then it says it's valid. So let's go to the next one. And the next one here is this one here. And it usually starts like a 10 dot. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's how the structure is, but again, it's going to tell me if it's valid. No PDF available. Now I can go back here and see if I can download it, because the one I just downloaded here. See, this one is likely paid, I guess. I wonder if I can download it somehow. Get access. Yeah, I think I'm like, you might have to pay for some of these. Just go back here again, see. Nope. Okay, I guess I can't get that one, but let's go to the next one here. This is another one that I downloaded, so I'm just gonna download that and then upload that. Again, I'm not testing the quality of each of these, so you gotta just take it with a grain of salt. Sorry, what just happened? Did I just upload that? Here, let me try again. Okay. Well, I remember this one doesn't count, so I'm just gonna copy this one again. Space, upload. Oh, it's uploading, never mind. Wait, what's going on here? So it's saying there's an error again. So it's telling me there's an error for some reason I can't download it. So what I'm gonna try to do is if I can download it here. So it's a free PDF download. And so I'm just gonna download it like this. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna download it. I'm not naming these, so okay, what is going on here? How do I save as a PDF? I want to save it as a PDF. For some reason, it's not allowing me to save as a PDF. Anyways, let's go to that one. I think I just downloaded this one, and then there's another one here. Let's see if this one works. Hopefully it does work. So if I go library, upload DOI, space, it's saying no PDF available. Again, you have to purchase a lot of these. I'm pretty sure there's a better way. Like, let me see if I view PDF and download it and see if that works. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to download some of these things. This one only has 8. Okay, let me download this one then. HTML document. Okay, let's download this one and see if this one works. Again, this is like literally because I haven't really tested it much. You guys are just following as is with me. So I'm gonna upload this and see if that works. It's uploading and it's telling me this one is probably being uploaded. So that one uploaded, and then I'm just gonna upload the other files that I said earlier on. So these two, or this one. Okay, I mean, you'll like, yeah. So you will probably spend some time finding the right documents, but once it's there, so you can use it as a source. So I have a couple of these, right? So now what you want to do is once you upload these files, you want to go to Research Assistant, and this is where you have a couple options. You have the option to use their default models. So right now I'm stuck on GPT-4 and that's on that comes with the one-time credit that you first purchased with. But if you want, you can actually use your own custom API key. And this is they use OpenRouter, and some of these tools they use OpenRouter. It's basically like a central, like that OpenRouter connects to other API keys, and so you just have to connect to OpenRouter, and it has access to all your other API keys. So if you want to go the custom route, you can do that. You just have to connect to OpenRouter and set that up. I haven't set that up yet, so I'm not going to do that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm just going to use Azure GPT-4. Now there's a couple things you can do here. You can actually use the document retrieval, which allows you to use the documents that I just downloaded. So the ones that I downloaded was, I downloaded this one, this one, this one. I think that's about it. So I downloaded those ones, and I can ask questions about those documents now. But you can also, you have the option to actually use Semantic Scholar, and this is connected to some type of database with 200 million peer-reviewed research papers. So maybe I'll test that after. You can also do Google search as well. So it'll search on Google, and you can sort of get information that way as well. And this is very similar to Perplexity. For my testing, it's not as good as Perplexity, but I think where most people are going to be using is like either document retrieval or semantic scholar. This is where it's really powerful, and you can use Google search if you want. So let's just give an example. So I have so if I just so I have 3 documents, and I just want to ask, based on the documents provided, what is, or how does user experience impact SEO? To analyzing the questions, and it is, so it's reading the documents that I just provided it, and it's formulating a response. And what it does is it does give you the sources. So 18 sources, 33 sources. So I'm pretty sure these are likely 18 sources within a document, 33 sources within a document. So here it's saying like user engagement. Google uses engagement metrics to determine the quality of website. If users stay on a page longer and interact with the content, it signals to Google that content is valuable, which can improve the site's ranking. Now let's look at the actual source. According to this document, this is the top part of the pyramid, meaning it is a final step to do once the content and website are ready. According to We Are Social and Hootsuite, social media users numbers are growing at an accelerated rate with more than 1 million new users every day. Brands and websites are therefore focusing more effort on integrating social media with SEO, even though social media is not one of the algorithm factors, according to Matt Cutts, former head of search quality at Google. Nevertheless, social media is still a very crucial. See, it didn't, I guess, I'm not going to blame this because I probably gave it the wrong research paper. So obviously, I didn't look through the research papers to make sure it's the right ones. But I guess what it is saying is that according to them, social media engagement might actually impact SEO indirectly, and this is. I don't know if the answer is really relevant. Let's look at another one. Like for example, website design and usability. Good website design enhances user experience by making it easier for users to navigate and find information. Poor design can lead to frustration and higher bounce rate. Let's look at the actual source, and if you read the source, I'm not going to really read all that, but if our website's domain is posted on Facebook or Instagram, and people click through it, it will help improve the rankings as it is considered as one of the Google's. I mean, yeah, this is probably not even a vetted, peer-reviewed paper anyway, so I wouldn't really put any emphasis on it. But I just want to show you guys what it's capable of. So I don't know if it's accurate. I really have to do some more testing to see how accurate it is. But I will say from what I can see now, it's not as accurate, and it might be partly my fault, and maybe it's not. I don't know how to use it as well. I think it depends on the actual research papers that you upload. So the research papers actually have to be very highly relevant. What I can do now is I can take that same question that I asked earlier on, and I can change it to Semantic Scholar instead of the document retrieval. And I can be like, how does user experience impact SEO? And then I'm just going to press enter. And what it's going to do now is it's going to actually go through the 200 million or so database of research papers, and it's probably going to try to find the most relevant ones. Now, I've tried this before, and a lot of times I didn't get relevant responses. Sometimes it might be using a research paper that is completely not relevant. And so I guess it depends. Like sometimes it does a good job, sometimes it doesn't. That's why like when you upload your own documents, you have more control over like what kind of documents to add. So here it's saying like user engagement, high user engagement such as longer time spent on a page and more interactions signals to search engines that the content is valuable and relevant. This can improve the site's ranking on search engine results page. Now give me two sources here. I'm just gonna wait until it's finished. I should be able to click on these. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but yes, I can click on this. It's here. It's saying high user engagement directly signals to search engine that content is valuable and relevant. If I click on this is from 2022. That's a bibliography. If I read it here, it's just saying. I'm just trying to see where it says. Yeah, I'm not really seeing where in this source it's talking. So again, I'm not sure about the accuracy, and I probably have to do some more testing. Um, yeah, I probably just have to do a little bit more testing. Like, I don't really. Maybe this is just not a great topic for research. Maybe it's just a really bad question to ask. I don't know. Um, we'll try Google search as well now, and just ask the same question again and see what it responds. So as I send it to Google, it's just going to use Google sources that I get. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to compare with Perplexity as well. So if I ask the same question to Perplexity, it's going to search. It's going to use its thing, and it's going to summarize the answers. It's going to give me the sources. I'm just going to compare and contrast the different answers. And the nice thing about Perplexity is you also get the sources as well. So usually they you get the sources that you can actually check for yourself. And usually 99% of the time, they're pretty accurate from my experience. So here, did I get the response? Okay. So it did answer the question. And now it's like, okay, let's see here. Oh, you're right there. Skipped it. Now it's using like instead of research papers, it's using like just search engine results pages, and it gives me the bibliography, where it found it, and the content. And again, this is probably more accurate. I'm not gonna really read it because maybe this is just not a good question to ask. But hey, it's good to ask a question that it probably has a tough time answering, just to see the capabilities of the tool. And here you can see good UX leads to lower bounce rates, higher click-through rates, et cetera, et cetera. And it gives you sources, page speed, etc. The reason why I'm asking this question is because if you guys seen one of my previous videos where I talk about the 14,000 like factors that supposedly leaked, one of the big takeaways from that is like user experience actually does matter, and like click behavior actually might matter. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm asking that question. So overall, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, just because I think the company is well backed up. I think usually with a lot of LTDs, you don't know how long they're going to be in the business. I think there's AppSumo is really behind the company. I know AppSumo might not be the most yeah, a lot of people have things to say about AppSumo, but I think the fact that they actually have funding and they have good user reviews, I think is good. I think in terms of responses, it can be better, but I also think that as models get better and better, the responses will get better. So as long as this team focuses on improving the user experience of the tool, the responses will get better and better. As long as, again, the underlying model when GPT-5 comes out, will get better and better responses. So for me, I'm gonna keep it. It's a 4 out of 5 for me for now. Again, the responses weren't as great. I just might need to watch a couple tutorials to see if I can do a better job in providing better documents. Maybe it's just my fault there, but yeah. Overall, I think this is something that if you're if you create a lot of content and you want to make sure your content is unique and you have different point of views and perspectives that other people might not just get, then this is probably a tool that you want to purchase. Other than that, I think, yeah, until the next video, we'll see you later. Bye.